Hello everyone and welcome back to Apothecary Diaries. These are episodes 13 and 14. Really looking forward to this because, because it's a great show. It's really good. And I think we're probably getting into a new cour now, I would imagine. How many episodes are there in season 1? 24. So yeah, this is like the start of the second half of the episodes in season 1. So I think we're getting into a new cour. And the story beats have kind of implied that as well, because last time, from memory, Maomao was let go from the palace, went back home. Jinchi was like, oh man, it sucks that I had to let her go, but she wanted it. And Maomao's like, oh, it sucks that I was let go, but that's what Jinchi wanted to do. And then they met up again, both talked it out, and then Jinchi bought her again and brought her back to the palace. But I don't know if it's going to continue on how it was, or if there's going to be a bit of a change up now, if she's going to be going to a different place, or like work under Jinchi directly now or something. I don't know. But yeah, we're going to be jumping into it. There's probably going to be a new OP as well, which I have seen the OP because I did a reaction video to all three OPs so far of the show on my channel. But I what am I saying? But I don't remember them. I don't remember what the second OP is really. I'm sure I'll kind of recognize it when I see it. But I don't know. So let's just jump into the episode. This is Apothecary Diaries. Make sure to support the video if you can, liking, commenting, and subscribing. You can go to my Patreon account for not only full-length versions, but early access for this series, which means episodes 15 and 16 should be on there right now. Oh my gosh. And then you can go check out my Jent Watches One Piece channel. If you like One Piece, there's no reason for you to not be over there. What's happening with my fucking chest right now? Alright, let's jump into this. This is episode 13 of Apothecary Diaries.
No matter how hard I try, I can only slightly outperform a regular person in intellect and martial arts.
Okay.
Instead, I've been gifted an appearance more beautiful than most.
That's for sure.
I was dissatisfied at first, but I've gotten over it.
Well, you play with the cards you're
My
dealt.
sweet gaze, soothing voice. I'll use these superior tools to my advantage.
It is funny him calling his own voice soothing.
I have to. It's the only way I can choose my own path.
Makes sense, man. Okay, new OP. So far, I don't remember it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember this bit. I love this. The sort of like diorama look to it. Oh my god. Aww. Very cute. It's just a cute one. It's just a cute OP. I can't wait to hear it a bunch more times and get used to the song.
Yes, you will. And take that along in case.
When am I going to wear lipstick?
You will.
Make an effort.
The courtesans are the only ones there who need to get all dressed up. All I want to do is work with herbs.
Listen up.
Wow.
You've lived-
But her popularity hasn't waned one bit. It's easy to see why. She has the intellect to entertain through song, chess, and go.
Oh, damn, man.
Such a huge package.
I have such respect for
Don't blame
people who are
me,
good
it's
at
her
Go.
idea. Oh, I will.
But if you could also steer some paying customers our way, that would be great too. Wealthy one type.
Someone with stamina, pretty please.
Yeah. Yo, specifically her food taster, which got me in more trouble.
We have more Gyokyo.
To make a long...
They loaded you up, didn't they?
What to leave? I definitely need to bring mortar and pestle.
Of course.
And
Even
I'll
though,
have
I
to
mean,
have my
surely they'd have
notebook.
mortar and pestle
I
there.
can't bring less underwear.
So you
Oh,
physicians are allowed certain supplies, and you aren't one.
true.
You've seen with those tools, it may appear as though you're making poison.
True. And she is making
Don't make
poison.
that face. Decide it for yourself, and it's far too late to back out. at
Jinchi
this-
would be able to hook you up when you're there, I'm sure.
It's been a while since the last time you and I slept like this. I could have sworn you weren't a baby anymore.
Yes, well, it's cold.
Aw.
Soon we'll be lonely again.
Aw. Aw.
Yes, you're right. Anytime.
I have no mother, but between a caring dad, a nosy old granny, and a lively group
Yeah,
of
you've
big
got a
sisters
big
to keep
family.
me company. I've got a family.
Yeah.
I have a home to come back to.
Oh, that's really cute. Really does
Thank
away
you for
with like the
waiting,
tragedy of the
Master
start of the
Jinchi.
show of her being kidnapped. At least now she's there kind of willfully. Damn.
Thought we'd get her all dolled up for your arrival.
Don't forget about our deal, Maomao.
Yeah, I know. I hope you realize this is your fault. All of this unwanted attention.
Well, that's because you look...
It kind of suits you.
I look what?
It's nothing.
But I mean, she's cuter without all of that. But still, I get it. Different beauty standard. Wow.
You've done good work.
Stop
Maybe go
looking.
now? Yes! By the way, while you're here, you should wear your usual freckles.
Yes, good, good.
Hey,
They're showing Go a lot more, and Go's in the OP as well.
What is this guy doing? And this place is...
Ah, just my house.
Oh my god.
What?
Place of work, Apothecary.
Mm-hmm.
Master's...
We fired you once already. It's not like we can place you in the same position.
Okay.
You will be working here in the outer court
The
now.
outer court.
The rear palace is considered the inner court, whereas this one lies outside of that.
Okay.
There are many public offices there. I'll show you around later.
Does that mean we don't see Gyokyo and
Welcome
stuff
back,
as
Master.
much?
That's right. Maomao. Yes.
I have zero intention of making you perform servant labor while here.
Mm-hmm. I
I
thought so.
told you, you're working in the outer court.
What's her job? Was she a scribe or something? What is that?
Which means you'll have to take the court lady exam.
Court lady exam.
So they provided me with a cotton garment? That's very generous of them.
You're gonna live in a bit more luxury now. You're going up in the world. You should get fired more often. You might become the empress.
Where are the attendants?
There are none. The office
Simple.
responsibilities of the young master's food is especially out of the question.
You mean you do all this work yourself?
Hard
We
worker.
had some young girls. Let's just say none of them lasted long.
Maybe they laced his food with aphrodisiacs. Or tried stealing.
I challenge a person who enjoys finding unfamiliar underwear in their closet.
Oh.
On top of that, the garment was made entirely of hair. if
Oh
you can
my
believe it.
god.
Come, young master, time to wake up. Your breakfast is ready.
God damn.
So much wasted sex appeal. I can see why only
Wasted
Master
sex
Kalshwan
appeal.
and Lady Suiyudan are allowed to enter. A woman who saw him in this state would easily lose herself. A man would pounce on him right away, too.
So what does that
He
make
truly
you,
has this
Maomao?
sin and maybe somehow I could bottle this eunuch scent and sell it as an aphrodisiac. I don't get it, but this may be my chance to get a stove and well.
What does that look?
If he wants me to understand, he needs to be more direct.
Yeah.
Oh, in that case, how about a stable with a well nearby?
I think I misheard.
That's right. Stable and well.
Sorry. the
Know your
answer's
worth. Oh.
So, shall we continue the tour?
Would you like to talk to me about what that was about?
If you wouldn't mind, try keeping your distance.
Why?
I understand.
I don't.
The palace he
But that's
showed me
okay.
around was huge. If I'm not interested in a subject, it's hard for me to retain details.
That I'm exactly the same way.
Then,
I've noticed there are far more medicinal ingredients in the rear palace. My dad must have planted them while working there.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
as a court lady, you will have to work within the outer court.
Ah, yes.
Aw, that
I
pout.
passed the test.
What's she planning?
What perfect timing.
She's
Would
working
you
so
mind taking this
much.
tray of charcoal over to the office, Maomao?
It's not extravagant, but everything is top class. Makes you wonder just how high up the young master is.
Uh-oh.
Sizing up the new girl? Not a good
Yeah.
atmosphere.
Oh no.
The lady, nothing like the hodgepodge of female officials at the rear palace, which explains their ego.
This might be a harder place to make friends. Uh-oh.
You, Runt. Just who exactly do you think you
Runt?
Food, the bigger they grow.
Answer me!
She's just
How does
staring
someone
at her
like you get
boobs.
assigned directly to...
Oh my god. Jinchi! Got some people to execute.
What you're saying is, all of you are envious of me?
Oh my
Your filthy
god!
mouth, wretch!
No, I must have misunderstood you.
Oh no.
There's no rational when there's a banquet of delicious abalones and boar meat right in front of him.
Is this gonna work?
Honestly, I don't get it myself, but his palate does seem rather
Oh
unique.
my god.
So that's what you were implying.
No!
then.
Don't put words in our mouths! That's what she said!
Alright, so why did he take you on then?
Sorry, this lady just slapped me.
We must know.
Oh my god. She's showing all her scars and burns and stuff, like the poison stuff that
I
she
just
tested.
tried out some burn med giving work to someone like me. If it weren't for his kindness, I don't know how someone in my state would earn a living.
Yeah, and you bitches slapped her.
Let's go.
Oh man, there's so much of me that wants her to like tell someone about that and get them punished.
Well, that
Not
was
horribly punished, just, you know.
Interesting proclivities.
Oh, Jinchi, you
Question.
saw all
Is
that?
being harassed a common... Why were you raising your left arm?
Pardon me. I'm off to my next cleaning.
No,
duty.
talk to him about it.
I trust you have been busy with studying. Have you?
The voice actors in this are so like their comedy is so great. That's what keeps her going.
Please keep it.
What? She did just a little bit of laughing
And thus, the day of the exams came.
already. Wow.
How did you fail?
Did she
What
purposely
made you
fail,
think I'd pass?
or
Despite
she's just
her
not
best
great?
efforts,
Best
Maomao
efforts.
became Jinshi's personal servant.
Okay. Ow! Everyone stop hitting her.
You should know your place.
Oh my
There's no
God.
reason for you to go beyond this point.
She could have said something before hitting me.
Yeah, real. Here's this guy, who the subtitle's named Lacan? I can't even read my writing, so it doesn't matter. Subtitles can't spoil me if I can't write the notes properly. Oh, no ED. Oh yeah, I have seen this, haven't I? I did watch the EDs as well, didn't I? I think I remember there's like a character moment at the end of this ED that I liked or something. Oh, it's a good song. I know that screenshot because I used it as a thumbnail. Yeah, this. It was seeing him like looking out the window and crying. That's the moment I loved. Okay, really good episode. Although I don't know how much I'm going to be able to discuss because I'm going to need to like adjust to the new environment, the new situation. Like this show, I trust this show, so I'm not worried. Like there's a part of me that is like, oh no, all the stuff that I was like really attached to and like getting used to and stuff like has now changed, and now we're in like a different place and there's different people here, and I mean it feels so much more empty so far what we've seen, and so it feels strange so far, but I wonder, like I'm you know, I'm expecting there's still some really good stuff ahead of us, because like I really trust the writing of this show and what they've been doing with it. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna need some time to adjust and to get used to the new stuff, because like right now I'm still mourning the fact that, you know, we haven't seen Gyokyo, we haven't seen like the you know, Lishu, and who are some other characters that I liked that were only back there. Oh, her friend, that's the big one. That was the main one that that I was feeling the loss of like super heavily in this episode. Whose name, her name, do I have her name? I definitely have her name somewhere. Do I have it in a super convenient place? I feel like if I am going to, it'll be somewhere around here. Xiaolan. She's so... I just literally have written Xiaolan, cute friend. She was so great. Are we never gonna see her again? Because she was so sweet. I know she didn't have like a huge role in the show. She was just like, you know, in terms of her story reason for being there, she's there to like tell about the rumors that's going on around here or whatever. And they don't really need to do that as much anymore, but like, I really liked her. She was cute and sweet, and we always just got to see them eating together, and it was like a really, like, always a nice little break in the episode. But now we don't get that anymore. Oh, it's gonna be so tough, I think. So yeah, I just need to like get used to the new status quo of this show. And it makes me think, like, I wonder if this is a sort of series to like continuously change the status quo, you know, like maybe for the rest of this season it's going to be this status quo, but then maybe something's going to happen at the end of the season. Like, I imagine it's not going to be the same thing of like, oh, well, she got fired again and is getting brought back, but instead like there's another reason, like she's promoted for some reason, or Jinchi's like promoted in some way or another, and so, you know, she has to follow Jinchi to do something, or, you know, or the whole dynamics change, the emperor dies or something, and so because of that, like, everything changes a little bit and the power dynamics change. I don't know, like, I'm just trying to figure out, like, what kind of trajectory would this series have. Yeah, I'm really having a good time. I just need to get used to it. But man, oh, scenes like that one where those other women are there and they're like giving her an evil grin, not an evil grin, an evil glare, and then they walk over to her and they're like, why the fuck is Jinchi hiring someone like you? And then like she makes a comment and then they slap her and stuff. Like, whoo boy, like I don't want, when I say that, like, oh, I want justice against those people, I don't want them to be executed or anything. Please, no. Like, don't put those words in my mouth. That's not what I'm looking for. Because especially, as I've said, this show has been good in the past at, like, you know, you'll see someone acting unreasonable or whatever, but then they'll, like, those people have more layers than that, and we'll often see, like, you know, kind of the things that are making them act like that. But like, I want there to be some punishment there. I don't want it to just be like they just get away with slapping Maomao. But Maomao's like so low maintenance. She's so like apathetic to what people do to her, and it's a great character trait because it's really like, it's a really engaging character trait for the character to have. But like, my sense of justice, you know, like me watching this and also like loving Maomao so much that like seeing something like that, I get so frustrated. I'm just like, man, if that was me, I would be immediately going to Jinchi and going like, hey, so she like literally, like they came at me, they cornered me, one of them slapped me, they made all these sorts of accusations and then didn't apologize even after finding out that I was like a burn victim. And then and so like, what the fuck? Can you do something about this? Like, I would absolutely be like trying to get Jinchi to do something, and Jinchi probably would. Like, I don't know how much power he has there. I don't know what he could do, but I feel like he would do something. And I mean, he saw it happen, but I think he doesn't do anything necessarily about it because Maomao seems so unfazed by it. But man, all right. Anyway, I wonder with Suiren, right, who's the assistant, the attendant rather. I wonder, am I suspicious of her for a reason? You know, like, am I only suspicious of her because she's like a, you know, an old lady, and it feels like she's gonna like, and she's got some sort of nefarious plan. I don't know. It just feels like when I've been like waiting to see if there's any implications that she's not great. I think also like she's the only one handling Jinchi's food, so I was like also worried like, oh, what if she's gonna poison him or something? But then it's like it can so easily be traced back to her. So like if anything, that makes her more trustworthy because she's the only one touching the food. So it's like if she wanted to like do something to him, poison probably wouldn't be the way you do it, because why would you do the only thing that implicates you, you know? You've created a system where nobody else touches the food. So of course, if it was poison, people are going to suspect you. But I don't know. You know what I think it might have been? I think the main reason I'm suspicious of her, and this is so stupid, it's because Maomao had that moment where she like looks at her little crab leg or whatever it is, and she's like giggling about it, and then Suiren opens up the door and goes like, hey, can you keep it down? And then closes the door. Like, there's a part of me that's like, bitch, let her be happy, you know, let her have some fun. She's just laughing a little bit to herself, you know, and she's in her own house. Like, just let her laugh. So just like that little bit, I'm like, oh no, this lady is not great. This lady is a curmudgeon, and if she's a curmudgeon, there must be something more nefarious about her. But yeah, no, I don't actually think there's anything wrong with her, but I think I'm just looking for it now. And also, since we didn't get like that many characters in this part, I think I'm also just like, in a mystery show, you're looking for like, okay, who's gonna do the next bad thing? You know, who's gonna poison someone next? So I think it's like, it's natural for you to look to someone like her and go, well, she's gonna be the next one to do it. Anyway, let's move on to the next episode. This is episode 14 of Apothecary Diaries. Here we go. Okay. Look at the saturation. Oh, the red umbrella popping out, yeah. Oh, that wasn't very careful. Seems like she's got a bit of a disregard for that.
Kindly remind me, did I or did I not ask you to clean the office earlier?
Oh no.
Going now.
This is what I'm talking about.
Less
Look at that.
emphasis on the gardening, please.
She's been passive aggressive. She's evil.
Perplexing.
She is tough. It makes sense. She's just one thing's done in a particular way. I get it.
Of the new pure consort who set up in the garden pavilion?
New pure
Yes. The one who's replacing concubine Adwo.
I forgot about the Adwo thing.
The rear. And they selected you to be the teacher.
What?
That's a good one.
I'm not joking here. You have a written letter of recommendation.
What?
Recommendation.
In fact, you've two.
Lady Lihua signed?
Ah.
So it's settled. Best of luck then.
At least they were kind enough to stipulate a respectable payment.
Okay, that's good.
Though with the old lady's price hiking, it's barely gonna cut it.
Really? Oh, fuck you.
Bonus time.
What is
These
she
all teaching
doing?
materials for your class? I guess that's in order.
I wonder why the cost is pinned in different list of goods.
I can't prey on the master with this apex predator around.
Yeah.
Under no circumstances can he see these.
All right, fine.
Just hissing at him.
It pains me to admit it, but I've kind of missed this delicate feminine atmosphere.
Master Jinchi!
I have too.
Beautiful as always.
He looked at me. He looked at
Don't
me.
you think this
That's great.
is excessive? No men!
How
Drinking concubines may attend. You just said so yourself.
True. Owned.
He's a lot sturdier than he
Owned by
looks.
facts and
We're
logic.
going to be discussing sensitive, certainly not for ears like yours.
Kyokyo! Yay!
Lady Gyokyo, as radiant as ever.
I'm so
And since
excited.
Lady Li Shu looks up.
Yay! Yay!
To be expected, I suppose. But with that taster by her side, at least she now has a fighting chance.
True, the taster that's
It
good
doesn't
to her
take
now.
much more than a glance to see that Lady Li Hua is firmly back to her healthy, voluptuous self.
Yeah, look at her. She's looking great.
The lady in waiting from the face powder incident?
She's still scared of her.
The new pure consort, concubine Lolan.
Lolan.
Her face seems northern, but it's hard to know for sure under all that makeup.
This is really gonna be
Courage
interesting.
should help carve a niche within the Emperor's attentions. Meh, it's whatever.
Go talk to Gyokyo. You haven't seen her in a while.
Hello there.
She was so good to
My
you.
name is Maomao. I trust you'll keep it in confidence.
This is how women don't poop.
Let us
I'm about
begin.
to see the secrets.
Pick up your materials, please.
Oh no, they're not letting me hear it. Shit. Okay. Women in the comments, you have to tell me what they're saying, because I know that you can hear it. Just the frequency of the dialogue isn't tuned to men's ears. It's too much for a little heart. He's trying to hear.
Any idea what they're talking about?
That's in the OP, him with his ear up against the door.
He was absolutely eavesdropping. What's wrong?
There's a bruise on his face.
Just what have you done to the concubines?
Is that... Did his attendant hit him?
So lift and then twist, huh?
Oh my god, Lishu.
I'm in service, just like
Oh
you asked.
my god.
At
Detailed.
least the pair who recommended me couldn't read her at all.
I mean, that was like a nightmare lesson for Lishu.
Do with it what you will.
Which
So,
I get. That's
was it a
probably
success?
incredibly embarrassing
Who
and
knows? Guess you could ask the Emperor later.
too much for an innocent heart.
Sure am looking forward to that nice bonus, though.
What the fuck? Is that an explosion?
Chills.
Oh my god, it
Master
was.
Lock-on, where are you?
Lock-on, yeah, that's the guy. Yeah, this guy.
No. It's nothing at all.
What's Lock-on's role in this show? They're putting a lot of focus on him. And there's that pipe we saw at the end of last episode. I don't know what its significance is.
I wonder what
I
that
guess it
noise
blew
was
up.
last night.
Maomao? It's pretty cold outside.
Aw,
I'm in your debt.
he's so sweet.
Such a thoughtful man.
Yeah.
It's
The cloak is from Master Jinchi. I merely delivered it.
I see.
Is that right? I appreciate the gesture, Master Jinshi.
Don't mention it.
Maybe I should plant some seeds around here as well.
Red
Oh.
spider lily! There's some here!
Nice.
Fail to extract the poison beforehand, though, and you're liable to be privy bound for days.
Master Lihaku? He's donning a different
Oh,
colored
Lihaku.
belt, too. Motion or something?
Hey!
Hey.
Morning!
Clearly, word of my firing never reached him. I've heard his visits to Verdigrease's house see him instead drinking frugally with the servant girls. It's a touch desperate, if you ask me. I suppose once a man...
There was a fire, which is not all too rare this time of the year, but the cause is still undetermined, so they brought me in.
Hey,
fire of
get
unknown
Detective
origin.
Maomao on
That
the
explains
case.
what the commotion...
The warehouseman. He wasn't too badly hurt, but... Hey, wait! We still don't know if it's safe yet.
No, she's gonna
Stay
solve the.
outside.
She'll solve the
Seriously,
case.
If you don't want the mule to bite, then you shouldn't go dangling the carrot.
Got her too curious.
Soot smear, scattered debris littering the ground like shrapnel. This has the trappings of an explosion, not a fire.
Mm-hmm.
Fast. Even simple stability can make enemies of the envious. Charcoal? No, a burnt potato. Wasteful.
Okay. Why focus on this?
So this place was used for food storage.
Ah, okay. There's a pipe. Look at it. It just shone in the, it glinted in the dark.
How curious. An explosion, food storage, and a pipe.
She's cracked the case.
Hey! Are you hearing me?
Did
Yes, I'm
someone
hearing it.
smoke and everything was covered in
Just not
fire? I
listening to
mean,
you.
in flour,
The food that's
and it
stored
blew up.
here.
Yes. Fresh stuff up front and old goods at the back.
Hold
Uh
on.
huh.
Just what are you trying to do?
Conduct an experiment.
She's gonna blow something up.
That should work.
You are weirdly good at carpentry.
Well, I did.
Yeah,
go to
that looks
cour.
great.
You learn to be industrious pretty quickly.
So then, that's flour, right?
Uh huh.
Yes, it's from the warehouse.
Is that right?
I would advise you both to keep your distance.
Right. Yes.
Run!
But it really is quite dangerous, so run when I tell you to. 3, 2, 1, and run.
Run!
Hey,
Run,
The
dude!
heck are we running from?
Put it out!
Now imagine if it was a whole warehouse afire. Oh, that's also in the OP. Of flour, I
I did
meant.
give you a countdown. Fine powders like wheat flour burn easily. The particles are especially combustible.
This is
when
the
they're
first
burned.
one I've known, but just because it's used in media,
This is what
a
sparked
decent
it.
amount.
Looking for a quick smoke, a worker absconded to a warehouse.
Yeah. Okay,
The
this is
wind
about
blew
what I
in,
thought.
Lifting powder into the air.
I thought had
That
happened.
struck
How is it you know these kinds of things?
Simple. I once blew up a room at the Verdigris house
Oh.
experimenting with powders.
Makes
You're a
sense.
menace.
Do you know how much the renovations are?
She
He was
threw
really
her
not
off the
pleased with me
building.
that day.
Oh my
Still, though,
god.
explode.
He should buy some medicine before he sinks his coin piting watching. Well, duty calls.
Right.
I love some of the movement, the
I
comedic
almost forgot I
movement they
still
have in the
had
show.
this. Pretty intricate craftsmanship to be in the pocket of a warehouse worker. Maybe it was a family
True.
heirloom or something. I should consider returning it.
No, keep it. It's yours. Finest keepers. Okay. Alright. We'll find out what that is next episode. Okay. Very nice episode. Very enjoyable. I'm pretty happy with myself because it's the first. It's a very easy one. It was like a kid's one, but it's the first mystery that I've like solved, you know, before the show just gave me the answer. Which is nice because it's like that's never gonna happen again, and it hasn't happened in this whole series so far. Like I can't solve these mysteries. I'm not smart enough to do that. So it's like it's nice that this one was like, okay, here's a mystery that a lot of people, if you watch a lot of TV shows, you're gonna probably know the answer to this one because I feel like it's a common sort of thing in shows to have like, oh, a flower is actually explosive, so like if there's an explosion and there's flour nearby, you can easily tell what it is. And they showed the pipe already, so I can put a piece of that together. And so I was like, yeah, it was probably because in Apothecary Diaries, a lot of what actually happens in a lot of these mysteries is kind of either unintended or like different than the person trying to do it expected. Like it doesn't tend to be like, okay, he was the person's master plan and here's how it all worked out perfectly. It tends to be like this person was just doing something that they didn't realize it was this bad, you know? Like whether it be, oh, you know, you're putting salt into a drink maybe as a joke or whatever, or whether it's like, oh, you're giving someone something they're allergic to, or you're putting face powder on someone to make them look pretty, but you're actually poisoning them, you know, like stuff like that. There tends to be a lot of that stuff in this show. So the idea of like someone just goes into a warehouse and just like starts to smoke in the warehouse, but then it blows up, makes a lot of sense. But yeah, I mean, just a very enjoyable episode. I'm so glad that in this episode we got her teaching the those concubines you know, different things because it just meant that I could see those characters again, and I really love them. And now we have a new one as well. We don't know her deal yet. Laolan, we don't know what her deal is yet. Because she, you know, as Maomao said, she kept like a porcelain mask on the entire time. I think that was how she worded it. Where it's like she just wasn't showing any hints on how she was feeling. Or, I mean, actually, she was showing a little bit of a hint, and the hint, I think, was that she was kind of annoyed by something, but I don't know what the deal was. So, we got lots to learn about her, but they gave her quite the entrance, actually. Like, the start of the episode had her and her ladies-in-waiting or attendants or something walking through the yard, and there was, like, it was all kind of saturated except for the red umbrella that was being held over them. That was like, you know, in full color. That was like a cool intro, and it had like quite a lot of atmosphere, but I don't know, you know, like I guess just because it's like the concubines are really important characters, and so I guess it was just being like, okay, well, we're introducing a new one of these major characters, so that was why they were focusing on her so hard. But yeah, I mean, I had forgotten that that Arduo is gone, you know, which is really sad. Like, now, the more I think about it, it is so sad. And this, like, made it really sink in that she's fully gone. But, yeah, it's gotta happen. But I'm really excited to see how all of this progresses. They also gave a lot of... They keep showing Lacan. And we haven't, like, he hasn't done anything yet, but they keep showing him, which makes me think he's gonna be like really important. Now, he's kind of got the design of like a villain, but I don't think he is, but because I can't really imagine there being, I don't know, like I can't imagine there being like major villains in this show in a traditional sense, like ongoing villains. It's rather, I feel like the show has characters that might get in Maomao's way or be rude to Maomao or do stuff, or there'll be people who will do stuff like poison people, but I don't feel like those people will be like villain, like long-term villains in a traditional sense. It's more like they're the perpetrator of that small mystery. Like, if we're using mystery stories, like, it's like if, you know, Sherlock Holmes will probably deal with like a bunch of hundreds and thousands of cases of like random people committing random acts of violence and of like murdering people and all of that, but and so, like, you know, those people will like come in, they'll drop some hints, they'll be caught, then they're gone, right? But then you have someone like Moriarty, who's like the villain of the series, right? He's the main guy, he's the overarching person who's constantly working against Sherlock and doing all that sort of stuff. So it's like that guy's the villain, and then there's other villains there, but I don't even consider the others villains, even though technically they are. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm seeing in this show, like as a mystery show. I don't know if there would be like a Moriarty type thing, because it doesn't feel like that kind of vibe of show. But I do have like there's a part of me that loves those sorts of like major villains. And don't tell me, by the way, in the comments, don't tell me that like, oh no, there's not going to be any major villain or anything. I'd rather see for myself if there is. But I do love, you know, a good villain in a story. Like one that sticks around and we get to see more of them, and it gets to be intriguing. Like, I mean, they don't need to stick around for the whole series, but just for like a longer period of time than just like, I don't know, like for example the poisoner from the last video, I forgot her name. It was like Leng Deng or something like that. What was her name? Feng Ming. Oh no. Yeah, Feng Ming. Yeah, like she was, you know, the villain for several episodes, like many episodes. But I mean, we kind of don't know until the last second. I think that's also a big thing. It's like when in mystery shows, you kind of don't reveal that until the last second. And so because of that, you don't get much of them being the villain. You get them like being, you know, perfectly serviceable or a good person or whatever for most of it, and then you reveal that they're the villain actually, and then they're gone. So I don't know. But I'm only saying that just because Larkan has a really interesting design where it's like, you could twist that sort of design into being like a cool villain. But I don't think he will be, but it's something to throw out because I don't know anything about him yet. But yeah. I think that's all I wanted to talk about for this episode. So yeah, that is Apothecary Diaries episodes 13 and 14. Thank you so much for joining me. Make sure to support this video if you can, liking, commenting, and subscribing, and go to my Patreon account for full-length early access and exclusive videos. I will see you next time. Goodbye.